Have you ever wondered why cooking at home seems to be the golden rule for weight loss? It turns out there's science behind it. A fascinating study sheds light on just how much of a difference your choice of ingredients can make when it comes to shedding pounds and improving overall health. But here's where it gets controversial. Even ultra-processed foods can lead to weight loss, though they don't come close to matching the benefits of minimally processed options. So, what's really going on here? Let's dive in. A recent investigation published in Nature Medicine, https www.nature.com articles/S41591 025 038420. The researchers followed 50 adults who were split into two groups. One consumed a diet rich in ultra-processed foods, while the other focused on minimally processed alternatives. Both diets adhered to the UK's National Dietary Guidelines, https www.nhs.uk/well/eatwell/food guidelines and food labels/the Eat Well Guide, ensuring nutritional adequacy. Unsurprisingly, participants in both groups lost weight since their calorie intake was lower than usual. However, the group eating minimally processed meals experienced significantly greater results. Not only did they consume fewer calories overall, but they also enjoyed additional health perks like reduced body fat, lower triglyceride levels, a marker tied to heart health, and diminished cravings for unhealthy snacks by the end of the trial. On the flip side, those consuming ultra-processed foods still saw improvements in blood lipids, fats, and blood sugar levels. Yet these gains were notably smaller compared to the minimally processed group. As a nutrition expert might say, this isn't entirely shocking, but there's a twist. Who would have guessed that ultra-processed foods could still contribute to weight loss? This raises an intriguing question. Is the real issue with ultra-processed foods simply about calories, or does it run deeper? The answer lies in understanding why processing matters. Food processing itself isn't inherently bad. It plays a vital role in keeping food safe, extending shelf life, and making certain staples accessible year-round. According to research https://s.org/Media Policy Advocacy Files IFT SPI White Paper Processed Foods 1023.pdf. The problem arises when foods undergo excessive industrial manipulation. These ultra-processed items often lack fiber and are packed with added fats, sugars, and salts to enhance taste and durability. https://pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/. So what exactly defines ultra-processed? Most experts agree. https://pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/30744717 that these are industrially manufactured products made primarily from extracted components of whole foods combined with additives and artificial ingredients. Think chips, frozen dinners, sugary cereals, and reconstituted meat products like chicken nuggets. In contrast, minimally processed foods retain their natural state, undergoing only slight alterations to improve safety or convenience without compromising their nutritional integrity. Examples include fresh produce, plain yogurt, whole grains, eggs, and tinned beans without added sugar or salt. The dominance of ultra-processed foods in modern diets is undeniable. In countries like the UK, Europe, and the US, these foods account for nearly half of total food consumption. https://pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/379054828. Unfortunately, mounting evidence links high intakes of ultra-processed foods to serious health issues, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. https://pubmed.ncbi.nlm.gov/312315. Clearly, the more nutrient-poor, calorie-dense foods we eat, the worse off our health becomes, a fact reaffirmed by this latest study. But how do you distinguish between ultra-processed and minimally processed foods? Here's a simple rule. The degree of processing determines the classification. Ultra-processed foods are typically loaded with refined starches, oils, emulsifiers, stabilizers, and flavor enhancers designed to boost appeal rather than nourish. Minimally processed foods, however, stick to basic recognizable ingredients and prioritize nutrition. If you're feeling overwhelmed trying to decipher labels, consider this tip. Check whether a product contains more than 5 to 10 ingredients. Also, ask yourself if you'd use those ingredients in your own kitchen. For instance, do you keep emulsifiers or synthetic flavorings stocked in your pantry? Probably not. Another red flag is smoked meats. https://pubmed.ncbi.nlm.gov/3074470, such as bacon or sausages, which often contain curing agents and other additives, while plain smoked salmon qualifies as minimally processed. Most commercially available smoked meats fall squarely into the ultra-processed category. And don't forget the power of batch cooking. Preparing large portions ahead of time can save effort during busy weeks. As a registered dietitian, I want to emphasize that demonizing all forms of processing isn't fair or practical. Processing serves critical functions in food safety, preservation, and accessibility. Plus, let's face it, no one should feel guilty about enjoying the occasional treat or ready-made meal. After all, the group consuming ultra-processed foods in the study still managed to lose weight and improve their health metrics. Ultimately, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. By gradually shifting toward more minimally processed choices and incorporating more homemade meals into your routine, you're taking meaningful steps toward better health. But now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you think ultra-processed foods deserve the bad reputation they've earned? Or are we being too harsh? Share your thoughts in the comments below.